Yo, what is going on? It is editing Brandon here at very wee hours of the morning, but it is what it is. Thanks for watching this video. If you want to come hang out for part two, we are doing that on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time over on Twitch. There's always a link for that down in the description, so go check that out. We do these live. We love the live chat, so we highly encourage you if you want to come talk about your groups, favorite groups, whether it is Oh My Girl or other groups. Feel free to let us know. There's also a link for our Discord as well. That is where we post all of our playlists and things that we have coming up. So it'd be a good time to catch up and get to know you a little bit better. So come hang out for that. But I wanted to let everyone know that there are some songs on this deep dive that were unfortunately blocked. So we had to remove them just because of copyright. So everything, I think it's basically around the era of like fifth season is going to be fine. But anything before that early in their career, unfortunately, got blocked. But if you do want to watch the full stream without any cuts, unadulterated, I would highly recommend checking out our Patreon. That will also be linked in the description. Those are typically where we post all of our streams without any issues. So if you do wind up missing a stream, what have you, it's going to be fully on there. I'm going to start to upload the chaos streams where you can come recommend music to me live on stream. I usually do it for at least like 4 to 5 hours. So come hang out, come recommend some stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That gives you the whole synopsis of what's going on. I wanted to make this short and concise, but thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting what we do. Again, follow us on Twitch. That's the best way to see when we're doing live stuff, especially on Discord as well too. That's where we post everything. So come hang out there. Links in the description. But back to the Oh My Girl, and hopefully you enjoy it and join us for part two.
Deep dives, it kind of makes you sound like you're going to go through the whole discography. I'm like, yeah, well, we do. And they're like, no, I mean like every single song. And
Oh,
I'm like, oh, no.
no.
We usually only stream for like 3 hours. So
Usually only 3 hours.
that's usually like 2 albums depending.
Yeah.
But we do try to get through all of the major title tracks and then anything that like we as fans want to hear or what our Discord server has put in. So
It's a love stream. Yeah, I
yeah,
agree,
we're
Sarah.
just friends, like
We're just
figuring out, sharing music and figuring
yeah.
out what the group is all about.
I think the quote unquote deep dive is more into K-pop itself rather
Right.
than
Yeah.
And mostly for Brandon.
anything specific. Right.
Me.
Alex and I have been in the hole.
I'm trying to get out.
No, don't get
We're
out.
pulling you under.
Yeah. You have to belong here, Everybody loves you, so it's good. How long did it take you guys to prepare as far as research and writing notes? I have zero knowledge. This is me going into this blind, which is like most things going into it blind. So
Yeah, very minimal time.
Zero.
To be honest. Basically put a playlist together, included some B-sides. Oh My Girl is an interesting one because none of us, as far as I know, are huge Oh My Girl fans.
Haven't heard of it.
I'm a fan of Oh My Girl and their music, but I don't really know everything about them. It's not really like me walking you guys through like a guide or like giving a ton of information. It's more like, hey, I like this group and this music. We're gonna go through this kind of together and figure it out. So
yeah. So if you again happen to join us, we do these on Twitch. So come hang out with us on Twitch. If you are watching this on YouTube, because we do get comments about people being like, hey, missed out on this. Well, come follow us on Twitch. That's the best way to find out. And join us on Discord because we normally post about whatever group we're covering within the next, I don't know, a couple weeks to a month. So it'll give you a good idea. But
we also workshop our playlist there.
We do.
Talk about other groups we want to do. It's a good time.
Yeah. Good vibes. So yeah, come hang out. We'd love to see you there. But yeah, we're jumping into Oh My Girl. It looks like Gondo gave us a little bit of information, so we love that. They said Oh My Girl is originally a 8-member group, mostly 7, but now 6, from WM. WM has on and off Lee Chae-yeon, and is now a subsidiary of RBW.
RBW collecting those groups.
Hey.
Took my copy read.
Copy pastas. We love it. All right.
All right. Well, I
Anything else
guess
you want to add, Alex?
not really. That's
Oh,
pretty much
damn.
it.
So you
They
said-
debuted in 2015.
You said you were already a fan of Oh My Girl, Alex?
I'm a fan of their music. I don't really
Mm.
know particularly much about them as far as like individuals or content or anything. I just listen to their music quite a bit.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm in the same boat. I've listened to quite a few albums since, I don't remember. Once we get into the title track, I guess I'll point it out. But I know one member, which is Yua,
Oh,
and
okay.
Yeah.
I think I can pick out their rapper, Mimi.
Yeah, Mimi.
So, yeah.
The ones that I can kind of always recognize and pick out in songs and music videos and stuff is always like Mimi, Sunghee, and then I was
Oh,
a Jiho
and
bias until she left.
and Hyojung. I know her
Hmm.
mostly from like memes, and she does like really cute things like Aegyo, that I've seen a lot of viral clips of.
Huh. All right.
Cool. Well,
All right.
we can get into their first debut song,
Oh,
Cupid.
shit.
They
Let's go.
debuted on April 20th of 2015.
Hey, let's go. All
It's been a
right.
while.
Oh, my girl, Cupid. Let's rock. All right.
All right, Brandon. First opinion on Oh My Girl.
I liked it. It was very bubblegummy, very 2015y. But I liked it. I thought it was good. I thought it, like, again, I maybe am just speaking from like the inexperience of not knowing Oh My Girl, but I do, it does feel very much in line with like the other groups that we've covered that have existed in that like 2015 time frame.
Does it give off similar to what I was gonna point out? Very Red Velvet-ish vibes.
Yeah. I kind of got a little like early Red Velvet vibes. But as well as that, I thought like there's a lot of great like rhythm changes in this song that I really appreciate. That drum line is super sick, and I thought I was gonna kind of get a little tired of it, but I think it really keeps the song like
They
more
kept the song
interesting.
together.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
definitely feels like the glue that holds the song together. And for whatever reason, in the chorus, I can't get out of my head. I just heard a mashup of like Holla Back Girl from Gwen Stefani and this song, and I can't get it out of my head now. So whatever weird mashup, just like I just heard that drum line and I was like this kind of goes hard. And I was like, I've heard this before, sure, for sure. And I was like, wait a second, I haven't heard this song. And this feels weird. And then my brain was like, I think you're missing Gwen Stefani. Here you go. This is the song.
Yeah.
And I was like, yep, that's right. That's correct. Which is not a bad thing. I think it's a memorable line. So memorable melody. So I think they did a very good job. I loved Mimi's verse. Obviously, the rapper is sick in this group already. So I feel like as we continue on, maybe might be a Mimi bias. Who knows? And then that transition from like the rap line to the bridge and that final chorus was just like chef's kiss. So good. So yeah, overall I liked it a lot. I was very curious to hear what they were gonna sound like. But I think I've been pleasantly surprised at how good it was.
This song gave me some flashbacks to marching band. I think it was a combination of the drum line, the horn or the saxophone.
Yeah.
There was some pretty rad guitar strums going on, like in the verses mostly. But I think a lot of shouty choruses run that risk of becoming Gwen Stefani.
That's fair. Yeah. That's fair.
In
Yeah.
a not great way. So I can't say I was a huge fan of this song, but it was something. It did a lot of things. It was very loud, like a
Yeah.
loud mix.
Yeah.
Not. I can't say anything because I've been listening to Stray Kids for the past week, so like I'm all about the noise music, but this is not my favorite of what I've heard from Oh My Girl.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I
Alex?
will
Oh,
say the instrumentals were quite grand. Like it did feel like it was meant to be performed on a large stage. So
yeah.
I'm sure the live performances really popped off.
I I think I agree for the most part with Therese. This is not really at the top of my Oh My Girl top 5, top 10. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Um, I do think it's a solid debut, and I think it makes sense for them and makes sense for like a 2015 release. You know,
Mm.
because other groups were doing the sound was very popular and was very prevalent in that time. Um, Something I think I don't like about it is that drum line percussion was necessary to keep this song cohesive,
Mm.
Ah.
because I think
Okay.
that like I think that the drumline thing was good and I liked that they had it there, but I think had it not had that, it would have had a lot of
Falling apart.
structure.
Oh,
Had a lot of structural problems because I think
right.
there was really not much definition between parts of the song. Like it kind of rolls into the chorus, it rolls out of the chorus, and I guess that they kind of saved it by having that percussion change and like a little bit of instrumental change, I think, in the second verse. But um, as far as like all the Oh My Girl songs I've heard, it's on the weaker end for me.
That's fair.
I really did like Mimi's part. Obviously, I think Mimi is a fantastic rapper. Um, and I liked Yua's part. She's an amazing artist,
Ooh.
solo
Okay.
artist now. Um, and like I said before, I always end up picking out Sunghee's vocals. She's got an incredible vocal tone. So excited to get to see them more in their like, as we get through their catalog.
Do you know who's doing like the high like ad lib stuff? Like who's doing the belting in the choruses?
I don't know exactly because I don't think they were always showing exactly who was
Who he
doing
is? Yeah.
some of
That's fair.
the high notes. But from what I know about them, I know it there's a good chance it was Sunghee, but
Okay.
maybe someone in chat can give a little more context.
Yeah.
Do I think the mix was okay? It's really, I think that, I mean, I thought it was fine. I mean, it definitely was a little loud, but
It's
I
also
don't think
like
it was
2015.
bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I feel like
Oh yeah, it could be worse with
it could
all
be
of those
worse.
instruments going on. They managed. You
Yeah.
could manage to hear all the instruments, which was good in my opinion.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
I've heard much worse mixes, so it was fun.
Uh, Gondo says Hyo Young or Sung wasn't paying attention too much. That's in terms of the high vocals. So okay, I'll keep
Yeah.
I'll keep tabs on chat if I see it.
Song is such a 2015 debut. Like this, Pepe by CLC, yeah, and Glass Bead by G Friend all have that specific look and feel associate with that specific year. That's fair. Yeah. 2015, I feel like 2014 to 2017, 2016 maybe. And K-pop has like a very specific sound and aesthetic that I can always point out.
Yeah, old AOA is what Shoop says. So I'd assume that's a group we have not maybe dived into.
Yeah, it's an interesting one.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, we're gonna keep this trainish moving. The
Yeah,
next one we have is Closer, I believe.
switch up the vibes. How we feeling?
I
I
thought the oh, Therese, you want to go? I'll let you
Sure.
go.
I don't really have many comments other than like this kind of sounds like an epic battle remix of a pop song. Like
Okay, okay, okay.
walking into battle. But like if it was a normal K-pop girl group song but they remix it to be in a Marvel movie or something. Like I did not expect this kind of sound, especially hearing it on the radio. Like in the car. It sounded a lot more superficial,
Hmm.
but it had a lot of depth.
It did, yeah. I agree with that. Okay, I thought you
Okay.
did you
That's
have
all I
anything else?
had.
Okay.
I'm still processing, honestly.
I just saw the 1,000-yard stare that Teresa was giving us,
I
and
was
I was
trying to
like,
figure it out. I'm like, what
and I was just
for
like,
what? Like,
I was like, is
goes hard for
Teresa, are you
what?
okay? Are you okay, Teresa? Yeah.
I I'll say my piece of this song real quick. I think the song is like it's hard to classify. Like I think it's a really good Oh My Girl song, but I wouldn't say it's like an Oh My Girl banger, but
Mm.
it's like a sleeper banger. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
it's one
Okay.
of the
Okay.
ones where it's
Okay.
like if I'm trying to show you what Oh My Girl sounds like in 3 songs, I'm not picking this song. But if I'm trying to show you my 5 best Oh My Girl songs, it's probably on there. You know what I mean?
Ah.
Like it's a little
Ah.
bit of like a more niche pick, I think.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
But
for sure.
I think it's a solid song. I like that. I think I mentioned it while it was going, but they kind of keep using throughout the song this really cool side chained pad
Yeah.
that is very like ethereal sounding. It's cool. That's really fun. I like how it kind of just rolls into the chorus
Mm.
very casually. Not a huge build, not a lot of like percussion change. Thought that was cool. My favorite part about the song, I think, is when they extend the third chorus and just give Mimi like a post chorus
Yeah. Like
instead
a
of
verse.
instead of
Yeah.
just like relegating her to like the second verse, like
Mhm.
most groups would do with a rapper or like ad libs or something.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, we're just gonna double the third chorus and Mimi just you can have that entire thing,
You can just
which is
cook.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, which is fun. Um, yeah, I think this is a good song. I'm happy about it.
Yeah, I feel like for me, this song, like the first song was so like instrumentally interesting. And I feel like this song is more vocally interesting because there's a lot of like a lot of use of different like melody chains going on, especially in that like second verse where you have almost like the interjecting of two different melodies in that second verse. I thought was really interesting where you had like one they were doing some like harmonies and stuff, and then you had someone doing kind of like a main verse. Um, and then there was a part where I think there was like three different melodies going on, I think, which I thought was pretty interesting. Um, but I think there was a lot more there was a lot more thought process in terms of like the vocals and stuff where I feel like almost I don't want to say like you neglect the instrumentation, but it doesn't seem like as important in terms of the song as where I feel like your ears may be more focus on how they're singing and like the different kind of like vocal layering and obviously the production in terms of the song. I feel like are more at the forefront where like the previous song Cupid has more of that like drum beat and that's the thing you kind of fixate on. So I think that was very interesting. I kind of liked again that as Alex and Therese both pointed out that like ethereal element to the song. I thought that was really fun. And I think it kind of gives this like sort of like light airiness to the song that I appreciate. I did like that again that post chorus with Mimi. I thought she crushed it. But yeah, I thought this was very interesting. It's weird. I guess weird isn't the right word, but I think it's interesting that they had put this song after Cupid or vice versa. I don't know how you would have been able to kind of, I guess, have both of these songs, go back to back. And I'm curious what the reception had been like if you jumped in with Cupid and that was like obviously the debut song, and then getting to Closer, or like maybe you found out about them through Closer and then you went back and you're like, wait, Cupid is so different. So I'm curious what the reception was when it came out in terms of like comebacks and stuff. Because these songs are totally different, and if I like didn't know they were both Oh My Girl songs, I feel like I would be sufficiently confused, I think. So
I'm still kind of confused because I'm so curious what all of that ambiance was for.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
like I feel like there was a story going on, but I was mostly focused on the choreography bits of the music video.
Mm.
And I don't like it seems deeper than it should be, you know?
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
that's just the
I'm not sure.
mix or the production that I'm hearing. Cause it's like it's deep, but it's not deep.
It looks like Gondo maybe has given us some clarification. Oh My Girl is a group with two concepts, red and oh god. Red other
Okay,
Wait, that's
okay.
Red Velvet.
Wait, what?
I
Brain
think
hurt.
he was trying to explain the duality of these two tracks that you just listened to.
I was like, wait a second, this is something I know. That's crazy. No, I respect I respect their vision when I feel like it'll come around where if Alex says this is one of the sleeper songs, I feel like there's maybe a chance for this to show up in a different way in like future songs. If that makes sense. Like I feel like maybe a different, I don't know, different
I
vibe.
just think it's a nice ride.
Okay, okay. Well,
I'm just like, where are we going?
You know, it doesn't matter. The it's about the journey, not the destination.
It's like because this is 8 members at this point. It's
Yeah.
like 8 beautiful girls picked me up in a van and they're taking me somewhere and I don't know where. I'm like, I'm enjoying it, but why?
yeah. I feel like Teresa's the type of person that would just be asking questions the entire ride. Like, where are we going?
I
Where's our destination? Why are we doing this? What?
1000%. That is my defense mechanism if I ever get kidnapped. Annoy them to death.
Oh my god. She said there's an oh my side and there's a girl side.
So this is the oh my side.
Oh my, yeah. We're gonna get to the girl side next.
Let's get to the next mysterious third side here. So this next one is actually called Step by Step.
Oh, okay.
It looks like a B-side because there's no music video to it, but it was a pre-release. So we're gonna check that out before. It's a B-side on the next mini album, but a pre-release, so we will check that out. Step by Step.
Step by step. Okay, cool. I knew it wasn't one step, two step.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. Now I'm even more confused.
All right. I'll go first, and I'll get my thoughts out of the way. The song's a big nothing burger for me. As much as I like most of Oh My Girl's songs, the song just doesn't really stand out too much to me. I think it's because I don't like the chorus. I like the post chorus and I like
Yeah.
the pre chorus a lot. Like when the like drums change up and pick up a little bit. There's just something about the chorus. I think it's the drums
Yeah.
that just don't feel right. It just feels like a wrong beat choice. And I can't really get past it. So it might just be a personal thing. Other than that, I mean, there's some really great like ad lib at the end from Sung-hee, but other than that, I mean, I just can't really like point out much about the song that is really interesting. Like it's not an entirely bad listen. It's just I just don't really think it offers anything notable, in my opinion.
Okay. Guess I'll go next since Teresa's still calculating here. I am apathetic about this one. I am so confused so far. 3 songs in and I'm like, okay, so we got this interesting like marching band beat, like really bubblegummy sort of song to start off the stream with. And then we have one that's like real ethereal, very like lush kind of vibes and was completely different vocally. And then this song is like even more odd. I think like the instrumentation was very interesting. I like the synth choices. I think like the overall like instrumentals I liked. I would agree with Alex. I think the drumming is very odd. In some parts I feel like it stays on beat, and then the pre-chorus goes into like almost like a pop punk style like snare, like hi-hat sort of like punkier sort of beat, and I was like, okay, I like this. This is cool. Like I hope they keep it up. And then they go into like just regular time in the chorus, and I was like, okay, this is weird. And then we go back to the verse, which is again in that same sort of tempo. And then some parts it had like, I don't know if he was doing like double meter in terms of like some of the kick drums, but it felt like some of the kick drums were coming in and it almost felt like a little metal, if that makes sense. Like we're like almost blast beady in a weird way. Not like obviously not to a T, but like I feel like the bass drum in certain parts was just really odd. Like I wouldn't have thought like, okay, this needs another kick. It was just like, okay, it's here. Like maybe it'll show up at other times. Um, but I think like the drumming is what really threw me off in this song, where I feel like everything else I like reasonably enjoyed. Like I thought the vocals were really sick in this song. I think the melody choices were really nice. I just think that the song, at least from the drumming perspective, didn't feel like it had the direction that I was hoping for, and I was like just more confused. If it kept like more of that like that pre-chorus sort of like more like upbeat tempo, I think the song would have been more interesting. Where I feel like again you're losing out on some of that momentum of like the song and the way that their directive could go if like you're constantly switching the tempo and like a more like let's get a snare like ride cymbal action thing going on, and then go to this like hi-hat snare thing where you're like, oh, you're trying to build up energy, this is sick, and then kind of like give you this like anti-drop-ish sort of thing in the chorus where I feel like you lose a lot of that momentum and it's hard to rebuild it after you get to that first chorus. That would be my assumption on this song. I don't think it's bad, but I do feel like it is one song that I'm like left me more perplexed than I feel like the other two songs have had effect on me, at least. Therese?
Um, I feel like I've computed. And by that I mean I did some Google searching.
Hey.
Apparently, the writer composer on this track is Jin Young from B1A4, which is really cool.
Oh,
Which B1A4 is the group that debuted before Oh My Girl under the same company, so it
Oh,
makes sense.
okay.
He actually has a ton of writing credits, mostly through B1A4,
Hmm.
but also did like IOI, EPEX, some other Yuju, like the solo stuff, I guess.
okay.
Huh.
It's interesting. I didn't would have never
Got
known,
that.
I guess. But I get what you guys are saying. Like it's kind of a nothing sandwich. It's a really beautiful composition,
Yeah.
but I don't understand I don't think it like fully it sounds more like a K-drama opening than it does a B-side on a K-pop album.
Hmm. Okay.
So, uh, yes, it's good, it's beautiful, but I think I would have been more excited to hear it as a B-side on an album than I would if it was a pre-release into an album, you know?
Yeah, that is true. I wasn't
To be
even thinking
fair,
about it like that.
I don't know the context of the pre-release. There's not a music video
Right.
for it, so I don't think it's a pre-release in the same sense that we see pre-releases now.
Right. It's just like keeping them active, keeping the name out there, probably.
True.
Um but yeah, it's another very epic instrumental for what is my biggest question. Like where are we going with these epic instrumentals? I feel like I don't know. Yeah, I'm still pretty confused. But this is also the closest to the sound that I associate with Oh My Girl. And
Ah,
maybe that's with
okay.
the sample collection they're using. Um there's definitely a lot more strings in it than I would expect from Oh My Girl now, but it's interesting how I can pick out a lot of different elements that I could hear from like their B-sides and their 2020 album or something. So
Okay.
I'm still confused,
I feel like
but I
I feel
still
like
like
all
Oh
of
My
us
Girl.
are. I
Yeah.
feel like all of us are to some degree.
I think this is also kind of what you get when there's a lot of different producers writing for the same group really early in their career.
like too many chefs in the kitchen.
I don't even think it's that. I just think it's the inconsistency that we're getting.
Yeah. Yeah, like you could have one chef
Because
one
it's not
night.
like, yeah, it's not like, yeah. I'm trying to find some consistency, and I'm not getting that. I'm getting a lot of. I see on Cupid there's written by DK. Is that DK of 17? I'm questioning everything now.
Gondo
um,
gets me. Too many chefs in the restaurant. You're right.
I like
Factual.
when one song has many producers, but if you're gonna do 3 songs across the course of a year with different producers, that's where I get confused.
Yeah, I think it's the lack of like finding the footing. Like I think sometimes like with groups that we cover, it's always interesting to see like their early discography because like if and I also feel like it emboldens like groups that have had a consistent like producer or at least team of producers where you're like okay this is cool because they all like have a consistent level of music where they're all like they've worked together and they have like a collective in that aspect where I feel like this may be um I don't think a bad thing because I appreciate when artists experiment, but I think to me it's interesting that like when you jump from a couple different producers release to release, you can tell how vastly different the songs are. And then given these songs and obviously two of them being title tracks and this one being a pre-release, they're all vastly different and they don't feel cohesive in the sense where you're like, okay, I know this to be Oh My Girl, but I feel like later in their catalog, I would imagine you're going to be like, okay, this makes more sense now. I get it. So maybe it's just a matter of the chicken or the egg situation. So we're
Yeah.
gonna keep it
Like
moving.
they want something to stick to the wall to, I guess, roll with in the marketing sense.
Yeah,
But I think that also comes at the price of like, how do you make yourself stand out?
yeah, that's true. That's true. Given that time period, because they were like,
I don't Yeah. Was Oh My Girl like a big group to people? Like were people looking out for them and debut?
I I don't know about a debut. I know that they did become pretty popular. I don't know about how successful they were right off the bat.
that's fair. That's fair. It says, Gonda says, I say they were overshadowed by G Friend and Lovelies. Gunky says sometimes it just takes a group to find their sound. Uh,
Mm.
Sissy, thanks for joining. They said, probably bigger in Korea.
Yeah,
They
okay,
blew.
because it definitely
Okay.
it sounds a lot like they're trying to either find their foothold or something. Um, I don't know how important it is to have a sound for a group 3 tracks in, but I don't know.
I
Yeah,
Hmm.
for a
mean,
smaller group, I guess it's not that important, right? Because no one's really keeping tabs. No one's going back and listening to all of their music, or not no one. Some people are, but it's not the general consensus to, oh, what's this group? Let me go back to
Yeah,
whatever album and oh, now I like their sound. I think it's um playing more of a viral game.
yeah, we're also talking about a B side,
that's true.
you know.
Yeah.
So
Even still,
I,
you know.
yeah. I mean, I think for me it's interesting because it's like now by the time we're done with part 2 on Wednesday, like it'll be interesting to see if like this will all make sense. Where I feel like when we go through these groups that are a little bit like in the older category, like groups that have been around for a couple generations, like I think it's always impressive to me to see like where I guess where groups find their level of consistency or like footing in the zeitgeist of K-pop.
Mhm.
And this is again no diss to this B-side. I feel like it's a very interesting track, but I'm curious to see like the whole like spectrum of what they're capable of doing, and obviously looking back and be like, okay, well this song makes sense, or maybe it doesn't make as much sense now. But
Yeah.
um but yeah,
Let's
I'm
get into
curious.
the next
Yeah, I
title
think we're
track.
spending too much. We've only heard 2 title tracks. I think we're getting two in the weeds about a B side when we only heard
It's
2
a brain rot.
titles.
Okay.
So
It's all
let's
right.
just get into the next one.
Cool. All right. This is it looks like Liar Liar. Everyone.
My question still stands, but
Okay.
um I do like this one a lot, actually. I'm surprised how much I like it because it's so much more of a girl group song than I'm used to listening to. But
Fair,
I
fair.
think what makes it a little bit different is they have this like off-tune whistling in the rhythm, and it adds a bit of like a sour flavor to the very sweet song, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a little dissonance.
Yes, and
Yeah.
it sounds good. So I can't complain. I think if it didn't have that, it wouldn't have the semi sort of like, because it's obviously about lying or about liars in the song. And there's like a creepy aspect to this music video
Yeah.
of like people hiding behind doors doing jump scares or whatever. So I think having that little change in the instrumental and having that little bit of dissonance adds to that musically, where like if you weren't watching the music video, you would still understand the meaning or the motif of the song. I
Correct.
like it. I like it a lot.
This is just bubblegum trap.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's like no other way to cut it. I was trying to pay attention to the instrumental as much as possible. It's just a trap song, like disguised as a bubblegum K-pop song. Um, I just think it's a fun song. I like it. I really liked Hyojung's parts a lot.
Hmm.
She was on the red striped shirt. Um, I did think it was a very interesting way to end the song,
I agree. Yeah, yeah,
where
yeah.
like it
I
kind of
liked it.
fakes you out into thinking you're at the bridge, or they put a
They
sort of
lied
like
to us.
yeah, yeah. They put the bridge at the end of the song. Interesting.
How
I
dare
liked it a
they?
lot.
Um, yeah, I think this is good. I think this makes way more sense as the title track, obviously, than the step by step song we listened to. What do you think, Brandon?
How dare they do a bait and switch in a song about lying? That's crazy. Terrible. Would have never saw that coming. That's crazy. Um I thought this was interesting. I feel very conflicted on this song because I think the song is very fun and light, and I like that element of it. But I think I kind of agree with Gunky in chat in saying that the song does feel repetitive, but I can understand both sides of it because I think it can seem a little bit repetitive, but I understand that now Alex kind of contextualizing it being more of a bubblegum trap song. It's like, okay, that makes more sense. Like now it's like I'm more I'm more warranted to give it more credit because it is that type of style, and I feel like the genre makes sense now. Where if I was judging it from like a perspective of some of the other songs that we listen to in terms of title songs, like I'd be like, wow, this is a little bit more simpler, but I still think again I agree with Therese. It does have that sort of nuance of like, okay, like something's off, like um and that them inserting like dissonance in the song does give you that sort of like off key like something's wrong in this song here, and since I'm not watching the music video I don't know what the wrong thing is, but I know there's something wrong. I think for me I appreciated their like again, I think they found a really interesting like vocal structure in the song. I thought the way that they kind of layered those out in this song specifically were interesting. I kind of like the more like openness of the instrumentation, where again I think that plays well into the more trap styling of this song. I thought it was very interesting how they kind of panned, I guess, certain aspects of the song in your ear. I thought that was very nice. But yeah, overall, I feel like I'm kind of like middle of the road. I don't feel like this is a bad song, but I definitely feel like it's maybe one that I'll have to give more of a listen to like really kind of feel like I have more of a cemented idea on it. Because I'm still very confused, but I feel like this one's at least we're going in the in a forward direction. You know, like I'm starting to pick up the crumbs off the ground, you know? Like I'm like, okay, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Well,
So
I can't wait to throw you off with this next one.
Oh god. Oh man, I don't like this then. Can we go back?
Nope. Nope,
Oh
we can
damn
only
it.
move forward.
Oh,
The next
okay.
song is Windy Day.
Windy.
All right, I hope that cleared up some things for you.
It did not. Actually, in fact, I have a lot more questions now, but I will absolutely agree with Shoop in the chat. I think this is one of my favorites so far. I really like this one a lot. And I totally unbiased, you know, I love guitar take aside, you know, which the guitar work sick, immaculate. But this was interesting, and like I think probably why I like this a lot is because I think it scratches my like progressive like musical brain, where I'm like there's so many cool different like so many cool different ways where they transition from like major to like a Phrygian scale, and then have like this interesting sort of uh like like palm muted like guitar part with like this interesting like drum pattern. I think the combination of all those different styles I thought were really interesting. That really interesting like descending bass riff I thought was really tight as well. I didn't think for me as a musician this like checks all the boxes in terms of fun, interesting vibes. And I think the like vocals on top of it only make it that much more of a convincing argument to me, at least, where I'm like, ooh, okay, I really like the instrumentals. And like the first half of the song, I was like listening to the instrumentals, but then when once we got through like the second half of the song, got into the second verse, and I was like trying to focus more on the vocals, and I was like, these are equally as cool and interesting. So I feel like for me, this is one I will absolutely go back to and listen to, just because I think as a musician, it just scratches that itch in my brain. So I think this one is amongst my favorites of tonight, at least, for sure.
This is like third gen mix pop.
That's fine. Hey, I'm about it. And mix change up.
Um, I
uh,
don't know why. I
I
don't
didn't know
know
if you were
what.
waiting there. Go.
Sorry. I don't know why I like the song. I do. I like the song. I can't like put my finger on why it works and why all these like different instrumentations from all these different like cultures and musical like backgrounds coming together, why it works so well. Um, I think it is like part of my enjoyment of like chaos music and like some of the groups that do a lot of, not particularly like this to a T, but do a lot of like genre mixing and like a lot of mashing of different cultures of music. I think to like a more extreme extent. This is just feels like a more, I don't know, like bubblegum version of what I think a lot of girl groups or like K-pop groups are doing now.
Yeah, I could see
It's
that.
just
Yeah.
like it's just produced differently. Um, I don't know. That's like my whole take is I don't know why it works, but it does. I think it's good. It's not one of my favorite Oh My Girl songs, but I like it.
It's fair take. Therese.
I like this one a lot. I can't decide if I like it more than Liar Liar. I just love a good trap beat.
Mm,
But I think they did. I'm starting to piece things together, right? Because we have a consistent producer now that I'm seeing.
okay.
So Jium and Mimi. Mimi is also on these tracks as
Hey, let's
I
go.
wasn't sure if that was purely for
She
like
writes her own raps.
the rap verses, but potential consistent producer here. I'm holding on to it. um this is a song that makes sense to me, mostly because of the motif of it being really windy and also kind of creepy. Searching through
Mm.
the maze, and you guys know I love mazes.
Wait, you love
So
You
mazes?
do love mazes. Maybe you can make the Oh My Girl maze.
Yeah.
I would love to.
There you go. Hey.
But I feel like there's still a lot of musical relation I can make between Red Velvet and Oh My Girl, but if
Mm.
Red Velvet had a pink side, that would be Oh My Girl. Rather
Red,
than
pink, velvet.
red or velvet. I think they're the pink side. I think the windiness, um, first of all, kudos to the members, because having to keep your eyes open with a giant fan blowing at you is really hard.
I'm sure.
Um, and they did a really great job. They nailed the deer in headlights looks that they were giving. But I think the what do you call it again? The scale that they use for
Like the Middle
the
Eastern
Eastern
stuff.
sound,
Yeah, it's a Phrygian scale, I believe.
a Phrygian scale.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense where they put it, because it's creating the wind. It's creating a
Yeah.
gust of wind that literally like blows you in your eardrums, and um it's off-putting for a reason. So I like that. I think it all makes sense motif wise. They're hitting the motifs that they're wanting to create musically, as well as lyrically, as well as music video wise. They did good.
Yeah. I would agree. Teresa and I are starting to piecemeal it all together. Yeah. Um, let me see. I did see a good comment about Gondo said, "Would you call this Middle Eastern horse girl music?" Oh my god. Fuck.
I also wanted to point out my favorite member right now is still Hyojung.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really like Yua's voice, but Hyojung is my favorite person to look at in the music video. And I like her parts.
And then Hot Take Tay said, "Am I tripping, or was anyone else hearing 'Here Comes the Sun' in the beginning?" I did
Was
hear
not.
I kind of heard a little bit.
I heard a guitar.
I
That
it's
was
re-
Yeah.
which, for the
Oh.
record, it's not that I dislike guitar. It's that I dislike the squeaking that comes along with acoustic guitar in music. The squeaking of like moving across the
Moving your
strings. I
strings. You don't
don't
like
like
that?
that sound. No.
I'm sorry. No, that can be not altered. That is
I
a
know. That's why I don't like it.
which I wanted to ask Therese how you felt about the new Jimin song, since I peeked in your stream for a little bit, but
Yeah.
it has guitar in it, so
His
you know.
title track is not my favorite song on the album.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, cool. Just wanted to check out. I thought it was
Yeah.
solid. I liked it. Well, again, and I'm a guitar player, so I feel like, fits well.
If you like listening to the guitar, likely you will like songs with guitar in them.
Wow. Thanks for roasting me, Therese. Appreciate it. Come here for the most
Couldn't be
honest takes
me.
here. Very cool. Jake Hills, thanks for joining. Happy to join you guys for OMG. One of my faves. Are you doing US solos?
No. The answer, I guess, is no. Gondo said,
Oh, we already checked out some US solo stuff.
yeah,
And
Gondo said we did Bon Voyage. What
Yeah, we
was that? A
did.
chaos stream?
No, that was a wheel.
Oh, the wheel. Yes.
The faithful wheel. We forget about the wheel so much. It's okay. We'll bring it
Mhm.
back. But yeah,
bring
we
back
did
the wheel.
bring back the wheel. All right, cool. The one with the giant wolves. Yeah, that is correct. Yeah, the one with the giant wolves. Big facts. All right, cool. This next
All
one
right.
is "Listen to My Word." Is that correct?
Yep, we're getting
I
into
love the
a
Lionsgate.
special a special summer album.
Ooh, summer.
Oh, okay. Alex is gonna love this song then. I I'm left speechless. This is listen to my word, I guess. So you're just going
Eyeing
eyeing. Oh my god. Huh.
featuring Skull and Haha.
Oh my god. All right. I guess I'll go
Seems
first.
like it seems like you guys don't like it.
I don't think that it's not that I don't like it. I looked at chat and Sarah was like, "Hey, look at these look at the captions." And I'm reading the captions and I have so many questions about the lyricism in this song, and I don't know if it's maybe just translational, like my brain hurts, but there was some like captions where I'm like, "What are they talking about? I have no idea what they're saying." Um and then the song starts off like uh for whatever reason it reminds me of like Under the Sea, like Little Mermaid, you know, like very much in that like Disney like Disney song, like boat, no pun intended. um God, I don't know how to feel about this song. I think it's like the first thing that I thought of that came to mind was that I just imagine seeing Alex in his car, windows rolled down. It's like a nice summer day, and he is blasting this shit out of his car. That's what I think of. That's like my first thought. So he's left speechless unless he froze. I don't know.
I
Oh
might have
no.
Oh,
frozen.
he is frozen. So actually speechless. No. Oh my god. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Thought it was interesting. I think like the features were fun. I think the song was fun. I like the just summary-ish vibes of the track. I just have so many questions because we have gone through so many different songs, so many different genres, and it doesn't seem like they have any moment to stop and just keep going. They're just like, "Hey, listen, we hit you with a summer like Latin banger here. Let's rock." And the next one's gonna be like a metal song, and then the next release is gonna be like a country ballad, and then the next one's gonna be I don't know, a polka hyper pop track. I don't
I
know.
think you should just not ask questions.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
we're past that. We're
All right,
past
sorry.
that.
All right, I'll stop
Uh,
asking questions. That was
I'll be more on the negative side of this song. I think I need to erase this from my memory.
no.
Like I was totally into like when the girls are singing and it was so cute, and I think it's overly summery, but I let summer songs have a pass for that,
you
you
let them
know?
die. Is that what you're telling
But
us, Therese?
no, it's the features.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god, they're so bad. It's so bad, guys. Do not put on a fake island accent to feature in a summer
What
K-pop song. Please.
what are you
This
saying? It was so much fun. I
it's
found
giving
under
I
the
don't
sea.
know what cultural appropriation is. It's giving I really
Oh,
need
are
to
they
make this sound like Sebastian the Crab. It's horrible. It's
are
absolutely
they
awful.
are they just Korean
Yeah,
dudes?
the features are Skull and Haha, but they're written in, well, you know what? Maybe they're just written in Korean uh to
Okay.
Throw you
I've
off.
never
be
I've
for the Korean
never
audience.
I've never looked into it that far to question or
No,
confront
these are
whether they
Korean
are
dudes.
okay. Well, that's I don't like
1000%.
that. Okay, well, I like it less.
uh
Definitely.
they're known as RGP apparently. Um a South Korean duo formed by Kwan Entertainment. Uh and they're RGP stands for Reggae Peace Like a River. So
What?
they're
Oh
a
my god.
reggae hip hop group apparently.
I just want to see what they look like. That's my question.
Oh, you do
Okay.
not want to see this.
I'm gonna
It's
look
Well,
it up
not
now on my
great.
phone.
It's not great.
I'm looking it up on my
Um
phone. It's too
I
bad.
guess
It's too
the
late.
problem
not about
the
it.
problem is the fake accent is the problem.
Yes, that is the problem. And I think it's obvious because of the way that they say some of the English words. Um,
Oh hell yeah! Just as I imagined.
yeah. Which, it's also of the time of K-pop, it's that there was a lot of ignorance and we can learn from our mistakes, but good God.
Oh damn! I guess my next week cosplaying as a Jamaican, I guess, isn't
Um,
gonna work out then. Oh shit.
definitely not. Definitely.
Oh man. All right. Well, guess I
I
gotta
I
send it
think it is
back
a
then.
very fun song. I think in on its own without the features. I still probably wouldn't return to it because it's still very like summer sugary, too much for my tastes. But I do think it's fun. It's just over the top in a bad way.
Okay, I'm gonna piggyback off that a little bit. So, with the context of who the guys are in the features, I will say, that's no good. We don't like that.
Alex was ready to be so positive about this song, and Teresa was
Well,
like,
so the context, I've only heard the song once before, and I liked it. And from like first listen along, which is like, I don't know, me casually listening in my car or something,
Fair
I
enough.
assumed that they just got like a Jamaican hip hop duo
Guy,
or
yeah,
something to feature,
yeah.
because I've never seen the video or like looked up who they were. Um, so that's disappointing.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, it really is. Um, I will say that like prior to knowing that, I really would have preferred if
You didn't know
instead of
that?
having instead of
Okay.
having that feature, it was just Mimi doing more rapping rather than like
That's fair.
them doing their vocals, because I actually I think that like the beat switch up and the incorporation of the beat was really cool. I think it did a lot for like making the song more fun and stand out a little more and like giving a different vibe, especially during Mimi's rap part when it was like
Mm.
a little more like hard hitting. Uh yeah, in hindsight, I think it could have been way cooler if that was just like all Mimi. But you know,
Agreed.
this
I
was
agree. Yeah.
not the first and not the last case
Definitely not.
of bad K-pop appropriation. So you know what? We just try to move past it.
Well, glad I know I will not do that. So ever. So very exciting. Oh my god. That's our first. I don't think I've ever seen that. Like, I don't think I've ever experienced that in the K-pop. Like, I meant like so far in terms of the groups we've covered. I feel like we haven't really run into.
Ah,
Have we?
I don't know if
Um,
it's been as this one's definitely like on the nose. I don't think it's been like as
I'm saying
bad.
like it's not. I feel like this is just like I agree with Therese. I feel like
so
this is very on the nose. Yeah.
a lot of the times when you do see it, it's less on the nose, and it by the time you would get around to watching it, it's gone.
Right.
Oh sure.
Like
Yeah.
they
Like,
would have edited the video and re-uploaded it.
Oh
yep,
for sure. For sure.
Yeah. It already happened with Blackpink.
it's
And it
happened.
wasn't even like cultural appropriation. It was just like career appropriation.
Wow. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
join us
it's
for
happened
Blackpink
with
week.
it's happened with tons of groups.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yikes. All right. Well,
I think it happens more off official releases,
that's
but
fair. Yeah.
I think
yeah,
the most like specific thing that or the most frequent thing that has been pretty talked about has been like braids
mhm.
for
Yeah.
women.
Yeah.
I like cornrows and braids for women and men actually.
Yeah, for both.
That's fair.
That's
Yeah.
been like a big discussion point where it's like surprising to see that sometimes it still happens.
Mhm.
Uh, but
Mm.
you know,
Well, I know our chat's good, so live the truth, you know. But all right, cool. Well,
Sorry
we're
if
all
we ruined the song for you.
ruin the song for me or for Alex. I feel
For
like
the
Alex.
for chat.
I feel like it ruined for
And
Alex.
Alex.
I was gonna say Alex was ready to give it the sign, seal, and approval. So
I'll recover. We haven't even touched my top Oh My Girl songs yet.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
All
we're
right.
still in the early days.
All right, cool. Well, this next one is going to be, it looks like coloring books. So,
Yes, sir.
all right, cool. That was
Oh
Oh
my
My
god.
Girl coloring book. Let's go.
The cake had color the whole time.
Wow, I miss this era of music video. Oh, so much color.
Are you saying that other music videos do not have color?
No, they literally don't.
every most music videos these days are just mud.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Or
Unless
like the
you're Young
rainy
Posse and then they have
rainy
like,
New York street vibe or yeah.
listen, they gotta be edgy, you know?
No. Let's
Okay.
make it colorful.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Like
that will
just
be your
imagine
petition.
being on this music video like filming, like
That's
being able
fair.
to throw those colors around with those white dresses on. Oh, that must have been so much fun. uh
You want to go
All right,
first,
so
or Alex? Oh, never mind.
well, I was just gonna point out. No, Therese can go first. I was just gonna
Okay.
point out that this was the first video or comeback that Ginny was not in.
Oh,
oh.
So we're a 7 here, just to
oh, damn.
clarify that.
Big sad.
Uh what can I say? I think it definitely has that sound of 2016. I don't know how else to describe it. It's that like heavy on the mids sound where it's like heavy saxophone, heavy horn, heavy like in that realm of instrumentals. And then there's still like shouting bits and really loud mix again. Um I don't hate it, but I don't remember the song very well. I remember the music video. So I'm
That's fair.
struggling a bit to find like something to hold on to other than the beat, you
That's
know?
fair. Yeah. It does seem all over the place a little bit. I also
But it's
love.
not like it's not all over the place in the sense that it doesn't make sense. I just
Sure,
think
sure,
it's
sure.
all over the place in the sense of like a lot of songs do this. I don't know what makes this one catchier or
Mm,
stand out more.
okay. Yeah, I feel that. Feel that. I like how Alex has that subtle Cheez-It sponsorship in the back of it. That's the only thing I'm fixating on now.
But she's
Cheez-Its, if you want to sponsor us, that'd be sick. I thought this one was very interesting. I agree with Therese. The music video was very colorful, very bright. I feel like the vibrancy of the music video also lends well to the music as well. Um, I like the kind of like almost like swing type vibe it has to it. I feel like it's got that like big band, a lot of horns. Like I feel like there is some saxophone. Therese can correct me if I'm wrong because
there's a lot of saxophone.
lots,
It's
lot of
definitely
sax.
like a. It's definitely like a MIDI saxophone.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Yeah, it didn't sound like a
Yeah.
real like mic'd up sax. Yeah, for sure. Which is fine. I think it suits the song well. Um, I will say I was not a fan of the chorus to start, but I feel like as the song progressed and the song got more continued to go along, I was like, okay, now I'm starting to like the chorus. And by the time that like third chorus came out, I was like, yeah, you know what? I think I'm wrong. I like this chorus a lot. This was good. But I will say that pre-chorus is like every time that pre-chorus comes in, I'm just like, this shit hits. This is so good. But yeah, I feel like that chorus was like a little bit of a like an interesting setup, but I think it made more sense as the song kind of came around, and then I was like, okay, now I like it. Where at first I was very unsure if it was gonna work. Um, but yeah, overall, I thought this is very high up on the list in terms of songs I enjoyed from them so far. I think this suits their style very well, so I can't wait to be absolutely confused in a completely different direction next title track. Potentially.
I don't know how I feel about the song, honestly. I think I like the music video more than I like the song, and I think that is confusing my opinion on it a little bit.
That's fair. Okay.
I think I like the use of the sax sample. I like the pre-chorus a lot. How the whole song to me kind of feels like a pre-chorus. I don't know if
Yeah,
that makes
Okay.
it
sense.
does.
Okay. Yeah.
I was struggling to find the pre-chorus.
Yeah. Which is not exactly it's not terrible, but it does feel like it lacks like a climax, or it
Hmm.
lacks like real peaks and valleys like I would prefer in my music.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know. I think it's a fun song, and I wouldn't. It's not a song I would skip, but it's not a song that I would like go out of my way to put on a playlist. You know.
Sure. Yeah. You wouldn't actively seek it out.
It'd be a really good
Hmm.
track to put before a super hype track like Windy Day. Like maybe if
Yeah.
they had
Yeah.
this instead of the guitar at the beginning.
Therese. Controversial. No, I'm just kidding. You can have your prerogative. You know, there's probably stuff that
Yeah, they could
you
keep the
like.
guitar.
It's probably stuff that you like that I don't. So, here's what it is. Very nice. Okay, we're gonna keep this train a schmoving. It looks like we have. Is it remember
Remember
me?
me.
All right, cool.
Remember me.
Not that song, Therese.
No?
I don't think. I don't. Hey,
Might be.
I think. Yeah.
Remember me does go hard. Ooh,
Oh.
different.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I love this song.
I love this beat.
Okay. Okay. Wait, is this the chorus?
Maybe.
I think this is the chorus.
I feel like there's a post chorus.
That was the chorus.
Huh. Ooh, I like that pan guitar on the left here. Huh. All right. That was Oh My Girl, Remember Me.
Banger.
All right.
Kind
You
of a
want to
banger.
kind of a banger. Yeah, I'd agree. Feel like that was the consensus from everybody.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I guess since I'm talking, I guess I'll go. Um, the the first part of this song, I was like, cool. I like this. This is. I like the like synths. I like what's going on. I'm like, they're cooking. I'm feeling this. Then we got like a mini rap verse. Is it mini or Mimi? Mimi.
Mimi.
Mimi. Okay. I feel like Mimi's rap verses in this song, chef's kiss. Great. I think both verses were fantastic. Um but I thought weirdly enough I was like, okay, so where is this song going to go where I feel like all of these Oh My Girl songs typically that's a question I have every time we click play and I have to listen to these songs. But I thought that first section I was like, okay, cool. They're doing like maybe like an EDM thing and that's cool. I'm about it. And then you get into this real like ethereal, beautiful kind of like I don't know if it's a I still can't decide if whether or not it's a pre-chorus or if it actually is the chorus. And I probably will be left with that question still, and that's fine. Um, but I think that like transition from like that really kind of ethereal sort of sound in that like either pre-chorus slash chorus section to then going back into that like EDM sort of part, I thought was really nice. And I think their transition was pretty good considering the two different like again jarring sort of sounds that you get. Um, where I think on paper you wouldn't think that they would work, but I think they actually did do a really great job of transitioning between the two. Um, but this I feel like keeps a great high energy level and continues that train. Like I didn't feel like there was any like lulls in the song where I wasn't specifically feeling the song at all. So this was very great. I'm definitely gonna go back and listen to this one, and for sure a banger, absolutely. So yeah.
I just think that this song is another. First, there's like a little bit of a maybe a nostalgia bias in this song for me because
Mm,
I was listening to this a lot like when it came out. Um, but I really enjoy that it sort of has a little bit of the same like fake out vibe that Liar Liar had, where you kind of are confused about what parts you were hearing and if they were like the correct part of the song. It like
sure.
makes you think about the song when it's over, or like while you're listening to it, it makes you think about like trying to analyze the song or trying to figure out like parts while it's going on. So, oh, it's kind of fun. I think a little bit of like a head scratcher.
Agreed. Yeah.
When you kind of and it makes it more enjoyable. I think once you like give it the first listen through, and then you know what the chorus is when you listen back to it, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it hits harder once you know what you're waiting for with the
Sure.
chorus.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a great song. I remember. I think they did a performance of this on Queendom.
Ooh. Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
I if I'm remembering correctly, either they did or one of the other groups did. I forget. I remember seeing a performance of this on Queendom, and it was really cool. Um, Sung He's got great vocals. I'm gonna keep saying it all night. But Sung Hee is such a talented vocalist. She's so good. Ad libs go crazy.
Ad libs did go nuts. That last chorus was awesome. I got to give a shout outs to that. So, Therese, your thoughts?
I'm with you guys. It's kind of fun trying to pick out this song and trying to pick out the parts of it. I'm still on team the pre-chorus is the chorus. There's a pre-chorus and then there's another pre-chorus and that pre-chorus is actually the chorus and that's what you hear at the end of the song. So yeah, it was I can't even say it was disappointing, but when it ended up building to kind of nothing and then it restarted, I wasn't as upset as I would normally be. I was just like, well, that was really fun. And then we start all over again. And it was just that repeated. It was like, wow, that was really fun. Start over again. Like, I can't say there was no payoff because the whole song was the payoff. But this is now the second song that was like mostly a pre-chorus song. And I don't hate it. Pre-chorus is the best part anyway.
Yeah, I said the last song felt like a pre-chorus the whole time. This song
Yeah.
just was a pre-chorus the whole
Yeah.
time.
I can't say I'm disappointed, although I understand if you guys feel that way for sure. Didn't do the song on Queendom. Dang.
Oh,
But
damn.
yeah, I think I would like to see some live performances. Hyojung's
Oh,
my new
dang.
bias. If Hyo was my bias before, Hyojung is my new bias. She wrecked me into submission.
I'm fully on the Mimi train.
I'm trying to think now, since they didn't do it on Queendom, what like
Where did you see
competition
that? Yeah.
show? Well, there was some sort of competition show I saw perform this song, and if it wasn't Queendom, I wonder what it was.
I wonder.
I'm gonna have to do a little bit of digging after stream.
Huh. I feel like Therese, when she was describing the song, it just felt like that one meme where it's just like, "Ooh, a penny," and then like goes down the line, "Ooh, a penny." And then just
Yeah.
Ooh, a
and
piece
then,
of candy.
ooh, a piece of candy. Yeah, that's
That's
how
literally how I live my life.
ooh, a piece of candy. Yeah.
And then I forget it's there, and then oh my gosh, I forgot this is here.
Wait, there's a piece of candy on the ground. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's great. That was my brain rot going active
You
mode.
correctly rotted. That was
Thank you.
yes,
Thank you.
the right interpretation.
I'll be here all week, guys. Thank you. And Yuru comes in my TED talk. All right. Well, we're gonna keep it moving here. We got a couple more before we close out for this evening. But this one looks to be the
Alright.
5th season.
This
I
is a
think I know
big
this
one.
one. Yeah.
Yep. Iconic song.
Yep. Okay, that's where I know it.
They apparently performed this at Mama 2018. All right, cool.
Iconic.
Iconic. Okay, I'll have to watch then. Let's go.
쌓여가 또 쌓여가 작은 쌀 그치와 금세 자라난 아름들이 짙은 초록의 색깔로 넌 내 하늘을 지키고 작은 나에게만의 지각 변동은 너로부터 난 달라진 것만 같아 저기 멀리 나무 뒤로 5번째 계절이 보였나 처음 느낀 설렘이야 네 이름이 나 가슴 뛰게 만들어 있잖아 사랑이면 한 번에 바로 알 수가 있대 헷갈리지 않고 반드시 알아볼 수가 있대 이제 난 그 사람이 누군지 확신했어 네가 내 곁에 있는 어지러기처럼 어지럽게 랄랄랄랄랄라 네가 내게 밀려와 두 눈을 커다랗게 떠오르는 거진 불편한 소리 어디선가 나를 부르는 소리 발을 내디딜 때마다 여긴 또 다른 어딘가 점으로 가는 물마저도 멋진 그림 다 달라진 것만 같아 저기 너의 앞이 널로 5번째 계절이 보였나 처음 느낀 설렘이야 네 웃음이 나 가슴 뛰게 만들어 분명한 건 사랑이면 한 번에 바로 알 수가 있대 헷갈리지 않고 반드시 알아볼 수가 있대 이제 난 그 사람이 누군지 확신했어 랄랄랄랄라 네가 내 곁에 있는 어지러기처럼
that was the 5th season from Oh My Girl. Very nice. Very nice.
Well, a classic.
Yeah.
Brandon, thoughts?
I thought this was very lush, if I had one adjective to describe it. I thought the synth choices in the song expertly chosen. I like that. Um, I do appreciate that this song. At first, I was like, "Is this gonna be a slow song?" Because we got like that slow roll at the intro, and I was like, "Okay, where's this gonna go?" Because I feel like I have been misled in almost all of these "Oh My Girl" songs to some degree, and I was like, "There's probably a good chance that this one isn't going to be how I envision it is."
This is kind of like the least misleading song.
It does. It is. I will say it is the most like the least misleading. I will agree with you on that. But I do think that there is this level of like polish that this song has that I really appreciate. There's just so much like there's just so much extra thought going into like a lot of the vocal layering and the way that they have their voices staggered out. I just thought it was really expertly put together. I love that like pre-chorus build, and then you get that like really nice payoff in that chorus. I thought that's always great. That always hits. It is just, to me, is always a tried and true method. So I appreciate that a lot. Um, but I also just kind of enjoyed like the more somber moments. I feel like that second verse is really well worked into the song, just considering like the level of high that you get on that first chorus. But I think they do a great job of kind of again continuing to keep you invested, and then having another switch up later in the song with that bridge. And then I don't know if there's like a little bit of a tonal change, which I appreciate. It was very subtle, but I think it works well in the confines of that bridge section. And then at the end, I like that like I think Youthful pointed out in the chat that like theremin sound towards the end of the song.
Yeah.
That just caught my
Theremin
ear.
always goes hard.
Theremin always goes hard. So I thought this was great, and just like the transition again between the voices was just like really, 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 really expertly crafted in this song. So I probably put this pretty high up on my list in terms of the Oh My Girl songs, and I feel like for good reason. You know.
Yep, the song goes towards the top. I think this is like a classic. I love that like orchestral,
Yeah.
ethereal dance pop
Mm.
sound that this song lives in. It gives me very um we haven't checked them out yet, so I guess you don't know the reference, but I think Therese in chat will understand like my comparison to what I think a lot of Eyes One songs sounded like,
Mm.
with like the very like orchestra based synth pop or like dance pop stuff. I just think it's a fun sound. I think the vocals are super super strong, and just that like la 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 part that kind of comes out as like a post chorus, second part of the chorus, whatever. Kind of, especially the first time you hear it, is like a really nice surprise. And I don't know, the vocals are really strong. It's a fun song. I've seen a lot of groups cover it for like competition shows, survival shows and
Mm.
stuff. Just because I know like the vocals are definitely like challenging. So I guess that's maybe why it's one of the songs that gets covered somewhat frequently. Um, yeah, and this might be their most popular song.
That would make
Might
sense.
be.
Uh, yeah, that's all I got.
I think I couldn't stop yawning while I was listening to it. Not because I thought it was boring, not because I thought it was a snoozer. I think it just made me comfortable, and it made me a little more tired, ready to go to bed. No,
Teresa's like,
I also just did not sleep well last night. But
oh damn.
I definitely recognize the song either from competition shows or from performances that they've done. Uh it is iconic, can say. I think it does have that polish that you were talking about, Brandon. Um and I like it. I don't know. I really don't have like anything in particular to point out other than the theremin, of course. But it's just a complete package. Yeah.
Yeah. Good song, good.
It's also I think that a lot of Oh My Girl songs haven't really done too much showcase a lot of choreo.
Mm.
This one does a better job at it, and I think the choreo is actually really cute. It's really good. Which I don't know. I if music videos were all basically performance videos, I'd be a happier person.
Are you saying
That's
that you're
all I
not a
gotta
happy
say.
person now?
I am. I'd just be a little
Happier.
happier.
Okay. Oh, good.
All right. I missed a music video.
Oh.
Human error. I'm so sorry. I
How dare you?
missed.
You're not allowed to.
I know.
I'm just kidding.
I missed the song Secret Garden. So if we could get back to that, it was like 2 releases prior to this.
It's not on the playlist though, right?
It's not on the playlist.
Okay.
I had accidentally left it off.
I just want to make sure. I didn't want to go ahead and move on to the next one. I assume it's the first one, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right. Let's get into it then. That Fiat product placement. Let's go.
Another song playing in a car,
Oh.
but this one's not wrecked.
Sorry, guys. That's why
Oh no.
I got you. Don't worry. My Odyssey brain is working overtime tonight.
You're doing great.
Thanks.
I like that her umbrella matches her car. Same.
난 아직도 긴 꿈을 꾸고 있어 그 어떤 이에게도 말하지 못했던 아침 햇살이 날 두드리며 hello 매일 머물렀다 가는데 모르지 처음으로 너에게만 보여줄게 나를 따라
I get beat switch.
손을 잡아요 소중한 혼자 너의 장소가 있어 아직은 별거 아닌 풍경이지만 조금만 기다리면 볼만하게 될걸 이 안에 멋지고 놀라운
The strings in this section are so good.
아직은 아무것도 안 보이지만 조금만 기다리면 알게 될 거야 나의 비밀 정화 너무 단순해 그 사람들은 말야 눈으로 보는 것만 믿으려 하는 걸 빗방울은 날 다독이며 잠시 내게 또 힘을 주곤 해 다정히 오늘 하루 한 사람만 초대할게 나를 따라 Come with me 상상해봐요 내 안에 소중한 혼자 너의 장소가 있어 아직은 별거 아닌 풍경이지만 조금만 기다리면 볼만하게 될걸 이 안에 멋지고 놀라운 걸 심어뒀는데 아직은 아무것도 안 보이지만 조금만
pretty.
That's cool.
알게 될 거야 나의 비밀
Oh, choreo.
아마 언젠간 말야 이 꿈들이
That chord shift was so sick.
함께 나눈 순간들 이 가능성들이 꼭 다시
Very extraordinary.
열렸던 문틈으로 본 적이 있어. 아직은
Yeah, Blue
별거
Jays.
아닌 풍경이지만 조금만 기다리면 곧 만나게 될걸. 그 안에 버티고 놀라우던 신호도 한다면 아직은 아무것도 안 보이지만 조금만 기다리면 알게 될 거야. 너의 비밀 선물로 어서 깨달아줘. Beautiful.
Wow.
All right, cool. That was Oh My Girl Secret Garden. If you're just joining us.
Very nice.
I'm glad that you went back to this one.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't skip this one. I agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is I like this more than fifth season.
Oh,
Wow.
I like it a lot. I think it has everything that I subscribe to. It's got an orchestral, more composition driven melody, and it's got a heavy jam and beat,
yeah.
and the visuals were gorgeous, like absolutely
Yeah. It was a
beautiful.
very pretty video.
I will say the little like velvet dresses that they were wearing usually in the choreography section gave me
Oh.
some flashback. I don't know if you girls are with me when you had to wear those dresses as kids. It was the most uncomfortable dress material that you could put on a little girl, honestly. And I usually see them around holiday time, to be more specific. It's like an off velvet
Yikes.
dress with usually very scratchy lining, but it looks gorgeous. As a 31-year-old male,
Yeah, I was
can't
gonna
relate.
say
Don't you dare! If you ever have a daughter, don't you dare buy that for your daughter.
you got it. We'll
Don't do it.
not do that. All right.
They always have
Remember.
itchy sleeves. Yes, Sarah. Yes. But other than that, it was beautiful. It was so much fun to listen to. Such a good time. I would want to like jump into this music video and dance with them, you know.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
I loved it. I loved every bit of it.
Well, then you'd have to wear that velvet getup.
I wouldn't wear that. I'd wear
Okay.
something. I'd wear probably jeans and a
just
t-shirt.
out there
But
posing in the back.
I'd be in jeans and a t-shirt. I'd be like, "You go, girls."
I'm just here. Yeah.
I'll be here on the sidelines.
Yeah. Oh my god. I guess I'll go next. This was again, I feel like I would be well remiss if I did not listen to this song. So I feel like this. I agree with Therese. I also really love this song. I feel like fifth season was very good, and I think it makes sense because I'd assume this comes before fifth season. Am I correct on that? In terms of
Yes.
timeline? Okay. So I feel like to me, this is like that missing piece where I'm like, okay, like they're doing some like orchestral elements in fifth season, and I'm like, that's cool. I like that. But this I feel like is like a more amped up version of that. Like I think they were able to like it's weird that this is the more hype point in terms of fifth season, and this like they took more of an electronic approach with fifth season as opposed to this. Which is not a bad thing. I like them both for different reasons. But I thought this one was very fun. In certain parts, it kind of gave me, and I'm sure they're using a similar like modal motif that like Disney songs use, but like it gave that kind of like rushing, kind of like flowy sort of sound. And I know that a lot of like Disney like soundtrack songs typically use that sort of like magical, whimsical, like modal tone. So I appreciate that because I thought that was really nice, and I think it obviously is only further like exacerbated by the like the strings and the orchestral arrangement, because I think that's pretty common in that sort of style of music. Because yeah, overall, I thought this was great. Vocals were awesome. I think the way that they were structured out and like the melody choices were really beautiful. But I think this has like the perfect bit of like upbeat, like punchy, like drums and like energy to the song, and then is kind of more. I think I saw a bunch in chat of like a more like upbeat, more sped up ballady sort of feel, and I can totally get behind that. That it definitely gave me that sort of vibe, but I think they absolutely crushed it. Not only I think instrumentally, but as well as vocally. I think this is probably one of my favorites of tonight for sure, 100%.
It's fair. I pretty much was going to point out a lot of similar stuff was going to talk about. I like how the song, I agree with the chat where they were kind of saying about it being sort of like a ballad, but more, beat. I like that the drums really like drove the song a lot.
Agreed.
Like
Yeah,
it had the beat is so simple, but it did such a good job of keeping the song like upbeat and light and still having that like pop sound,
yeah,
even though it was like more of like an orchestral, you know, sentimental kind of song.
sure.
I think that the video does so much for this song in like aiding in it just being a really pretty package. Like the video is so aesthetically nice, and like the scenes are all really uh fun to watch. Like the CG is all like it's all cute. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the outfits are good. I like the choreo bits. There was a little bit of a dance break in there. I also really liked that under the orchestral samples or recordings, whatever they were using, there was a really interesting like distorted bass. So
Ooh,
they were
yeah,
using like a synthetic bass with all the like string instruments, which is really cool. Like
I
mix
really
of
like that.
yeah. Yeah, this is really fun. I don't know where it stands in comparison to its season.
mm.
Like in memorability or in
Uh
sales?
oh, in like personal in my personal tier list.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't know where it stands. Like fifth season feels like that's the song for me.
Hmm.
Um, and I don't know if that's because it's that like the song personally to me, or I just have like seen it so much and I know it's iconic, so maybe it gets some extra points. I don't know. But I think this is a good like side by side with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel
Yes.
like they're very complimentary. Yeah.
Like if you were
Mhm.
looking for the vibe of either of the song, they're pretty interchangeable.
Mhm.
Yeah. It also makes sense why they're back to back, you know? Like I think listening to fifth season,
I think
like
they're actually not back to back.
oh, they're not back to
No,
back. Okay.
No, I think that this is like two title tracks before.
Oh, huh. Okay.
but it probably would be like a follow-up, like, oh, we like doing that song. We should try doing something like that again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. I like when groups come back and do something that they like and obviously worked for what worked for them. So
All right. Well, speaking of things we like, how about a summer song?
oh,
Summer. Okay, I think
woohoo!
we're finally in the point where I'm paying attention to Oh My Girl as in like a general sense. Personally, this
Okay.
is the next song is I believe my intro to Oh My Girl.
Okay.
Okay. Bungie.
Bungie Fall in Love. All right. Let's go.
I love summer. Oh my girl.
I
Yeah,
thought you
this
were
is
gonna
where
say
I was
I
like,
love
oh, these
summer.
are summer girls. Oh my god.
Oh god, I keep doing this. Fuck. The hell's
First day on
wrong
the
with
job.
me?
First day on the job.
I know, yeah. Make sure to leave a really nasty review. Okay.
Hey girls, you ready? Ooh. 때가 왔을 때 그럴 때는 용감해 고민하면서 망설이진 않을 거야 정했어 난 나는 길짐이 아파 악착한 지적이 뭔 노래야 우리 부르고 기다렸던 거야 어설픔도 필요 없어 run 안전장치 없이 그냥 막 뛰는 거야 나는 애써 내 모습을 눈부시게 비출 거야 okay. 잘 봐 지금 내 맘이 널 향해서 뛰고 있어 이렇게 네 마음 위로 뻗지 난 완벽하게 찾지 손가락을 가둬들을 그린다 또다시 한번 보지 정확히 한가운데 너는 이제 나뿐이야 다시 한번 보지 정확히 한가운데 나는 이제 나뿐이야 Come on, girls. We about to jump into love right now. Okay. Put your hands together now. Together
Oh my
now.
gosh.
손가락 잡히고서 right 너에게 날아갈
와.
거야. 준비됐다면 turn it on. 네 마음 위로
No.
완벽하게 찾지 손가락을 가로위를 그린다 또다시 한번 보지 하늘은 널 향해 너는 이제 나뿐이야 다시 한번 보지 바다는 하늘 입에 나는 이제 나뿐이야
Oh, there we go.
Uh,
That was Bungie, Fall in Love with Oh My Girl. Let's go.
oh my girl.
Oh My Girl.
All right, I'll start. I'll make it quick and easy. Fun summer song.
Nailed it.
Mic drop.
Yeah.
Yep.
What else do you say?
I will say that this is like the start of a particular run of Oh My Girl career that I really like.
Oh, okay.
Not that obviously there's songs prior to this that I also really like, but I think there's this particular stride of songs that Oh My Girl had from like here to a certain time that I think are like extra special to me. I think it's just maybe particular to my taste. But I don't know. This is a good kickoff to it. I think this is a fun song. I think there is not much to it, and there doesn't need to be much to it. I think they do these concepts so well because they are all just like they all fit the concept so well. Like they're all personalities are so like light and cute and bubbly,
Yeah.
and they all have very light voices. Even when like Mimi raps, like she is very good at keeping her rap like really light and airy and like working with the feel of the song and the vibe. And it's just a group of, you know, 6 super talented vocalists and a really talented rapper. I know Mimi sings as well, but she rapped in this song. So I think it just works. I think they're one of those groups that I think is like every time they put out a summer song, I'm like, it's gonna be a banger. It's gonna be so good.
Oh yeah.
You say that about every summer song pretty much for the most part though.
Yes.
So
Well,
Correct.
release more summer songs.
Agreed.
Just keep putting out summer songs, and I won't talk shit.
no one's I mean, hey, you have your opinions, man, you know. No one's stopping you. But to, I guess, piggyback on the Mimi train, I think this song, at least, specifically, I liked her delivery. I feel like she gave, like, a lot more, like, personality. Not that I feel like prior songs didn't really have that personality, but just, like, her delivery and her tone in this song just felt, like, more, like, a little sassy. And I like that. I thought like you could tell there was like a little bit more care in the delivery. So I thought that was really nice. But yeah, I feel like every time we talk about a summer song, I'm just like, this is kind of good. I like this. This hits. You know, I really just don't have anything extra to say about these songs because I just think they're really well crafted, and I think they just put a smile on your face. So
I
my
will
only
say
thoughts.
could have used some water.
Well, of course, would expect nothing less. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, I think it's very, very fun, very light, and I feel like I feel like the main thing that I feel like summer songs do well is just getting like a good chorus melody stuck in your head, and I feel like this one is very much amongst some of my favorite ones that I've heard. So, yeah, this is very good. I like this. Therese?
Yeah, I love the guitar and the bass.
Yes.
It's really fun. I think in every summer song, it has to be really fun. That's a requirement. But yeah, this one super fun, super bubbly. I think the members themselves are very bubbly. Like their vocals are very pop oriented,
Mm,
um, which is kind of different from a lot of K-pop groups because you can usually tell like there's if there's a variety of vocalists, they have a specific like timbre to their voice. I don't know what to call
sure.
it,
Yeah,
but
you're
it's
right.
like you can either hear them in a ballad, a pop song, trot song. Like there's different levels, but these are all like pop vocalists, so it works really well for these summer songs. I think, which I'm sure they can do other genres too, but I'm saying they sound really good in pop, and um I will say the one thing that gave me major anxiety was when they got in that elevator and went up through the atmosphere and then jumped.
That was true. Yeah, I also had the
Oh
same
my
sentiment.
god. Do not
You're
jump
like,
on an elevator if you mostly ever, but if specifically if you're in the atmosphere, do not jump on that elevator.
I like how we're
Oh my
having to give a
god.
PSA about that in our.
I was literally in K-Town in New York, and there I went in an elevator to get up to this bar. By the way, I went to a maze themed bar in
Wow,
K-Town.
what
It
a
was
Oh my
surprise!
my
god.
dream. But the food wasn't that great, but whatever, it's a bar. And in the elevator going up to that bar, it literally said, "Do not jump or you will get stuck."
Yeah, that sounds about
And
right.
there are about 3 drunk dudes next to me that I was like eyeing the entire time. I'm like, you
You
better
better
not
not
jump, I
jump.
swear to God. Swear to God.
Teresa's ready.
Anyway,
Oh my god.
that gave me some anxiety, but the whole rest of the song was very fun and bubbly.
Okay.
Teresa was like, "This was a great song, sprinkled with a light bit of PTSD." Oh my
There's just
god.
some common sense thing.
Very cool. All right. Well, are we doing one more, or are we calling it?
Yeah, we got one more we can do.
Last one of the night.
Hey,
This is
let's
a good one to
go.
end on.
Let's go. All right. And this one is nonstop. I see a cowboy. Yeehaw.
It's a good one to end on, and that means that when we do the stream on Wednesday, we'll be starting with Dolphin, which is a good one to start with.
Woo! Let's go. Let's go.
So excited.
All right, cool.
Mhm.
Don't you I won't forget you, fool. I got you. We're doing it. All right. Let's rock.
Thanks, chat.
Oh no, yeah, going non-stop.
Stuffing after nonstop.
말도 안 되잖아 끝이. 야야야야. 우리 서로가 모르는 게 없는 사이인걸. 이토록 많이 나나나나나. 나이 나나나나나. 우리 사이 비밀 따위 있을 리 없는 걸. 해봤지 우리. High high big party like it burning in bullshit. 요즘 오늘도 내일 다른 나는 너 싫어해달라 보인다고. 역사까지 전부 알고 있는 널. Yeah. 요즘 난 너무 외로워 좀 이상해진 것 같아 널 보면서 심장이 뛴가 Pick it up pick it up pick it 서 있어 두근거렸던 게 문제야 아니야 그게 대체 왜 죄야 선을 넘은 거야 it's later 그냥 내게 닿자 Moving through it 어느 날 떨어진 거야 둘만 남게 됐다면 난 어떨 것 같아 생각만 해도 무섭다 얼굴 찌푸렸지만 너에게 얘기 못해 잘 들어 살짝 설렜어 난 Oh na 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 살짝 설렜어 난 Oh na 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 살짝 설렜어 난 I have to go to the bed by night 주름이 오는 걸 같아 필요하지 않지 않아 머릿속에 이미지를 그리잖아 네가 원한다면 내가 돼 어떡하 Did you wanna twist 발로 한간 You got me 척하지마 설레는 거 맞잖아 꽤나 혼란스러워 이런
That rap was hard.
누구보다 더
Yeah.
이럴 땐 너를 찾아갔지만 이 고민만큼 난 내게 말할 수 없어 어제부터 그랬던 거야 살짝 설렜어 난 살짝 설렜어 난 Oh na 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 살짝 설렜어 난 Oh na 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 살짝 설렜어 살짝 설렜어 살짝 설렜어 난
All right, that was nonstop from Oh My Girl.
What a trip.
Yes,
Yeah.
agreed. All right.
I told you
Therese.
we're in the run right now.
Okay.
No, I want
bad
to hear your thoughts first.
Oh,
Yeah.
Brandon.
okay. Wow. I love this song. This is fire. I think I think you cannot be denied that this song is great. I think it has every kind of idea that I was like, okay, I feel like they could do this like EDM thing super well, and then that chorus comes in and you're like, I think they do this part really well. And then you're like, then the rap part comes in from Mimi and I'm like,
Oh
that
yeah.
was really sick. And then you get the cool like beat switch up and I was like, that's also cool. And then the song was over with and I was like, damn. Well, I guess I'll have to listen to it again and then we're just gonna do it again. So no, I really thought it was really great from front to back. I think the energy level is like at 100 and consistently climbs farther up above 100 and man, just so much fun. And I feel like arguably Mimi was my favorite part. I think that like especially that second rap, I was like, god damn, that flow was sick. So that was really tight. But yeah, that chorus is gonna get stuck in my head now. I can already feel it.
As it should. It's a perfect song. It's an absolute headbanger. Like
Mm.
I have never. Is this like tropical house EDM?
Yeah, I would say.
Ooh.
I've never wanted to bang my head so hard at some semi steel drums. They're not actual steel drums. I'm trying to point the synth.
Yeah.
It reminds me a lot of really early Card,
Oh yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
like debut Card.
I just it's so good. It's so colorful and perfect. I remember when people were talking about this music video, they were just doing the like 2 eyes and lips emoji to signify Yua. Because she was what like the lips were lipping. I loved it. The teddy bear
Teddying.
was teddying. The Hyojung was wrecking. Every aspect. Mimi was memeing.
Memeing.
She was
Memeing.
memeing.
You could say it was
everyone
nonstop, yeah.
was on point. Every single like little every single character, honestly, that came up on screen, because at this point the members are like characters in a board game, right?
Yeah.
They every single one of them slayed it. Yeah, I wish that, did they ever sell this board game? Because I kind of want it
I
as
don't
like a
think
model
so,
set.
but that would be, there's your next 3D print, Therese.
Yeah, get your
Oh,
Oh
hell
My
yeah.
Girl Monopoly board.
I could do it just based off that one shot.
Mm.
Hey, let's go. We'll play it on stream.
I think this technically is their most popular song. Like, if we're basing just on views and like accolades and stuff.
Okay. Makes sense.
Which makes sense to me. This is a fun song, man.
This whole album.
There's something about that, like, if that's the correct genre, like that tropical house, you know, beachy EDM sound that just works so well. It works, like I said in the last song, it just with Bungie. There's something that just clicks with Oh My Girl and like upbeat summer songs.
Mm.
And I think like they took what they nailed with Bungie and just ramped it up like 500% for nonstop. I remember when this song came out, it was like my song of the summer, and it came out in April. So
Yeah. Yes, it was.
it had a lot of staying power. It's definitely a Mimi song. Well,
Oh, Mimi's in the song. Sorry, that
yeah,
was
she's in the song
sorry.
a lot.
Never mind. That was a bad joke.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry.
No, it's just it's interesting. Like when I think of this song, I like instantly think of the instrumental part with like the choreo and the nonstop part. But it's interesting. I never really think in my head like how much of the song that Mimi has, because she has 2 full verses.
Yeah, crush it.
Essentially, that are really really solid. Also, there's like a little bit. I don't know if you want to consider it like rapper Sung-hee, but like she was in the rap parts. She was doing a little like ad lib back and forth with Mimi, I think, in her second verse a bit, which was cool. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if you didn't have those Mimi verses, the song would still be a 10 out of 10, and then like add those in, and it's like an 11 out of 10.
Agreed. Yeah.
It just elevates the song so much because it's like I said, it's not what I think of when I think of the song. I distinctively think of that like the choreo with that. What is it, like a marimba or something?
Yeah, it sounded like a marimba.
Xylophone?
No, it
I don't
sounded
know.
more like a marimba.
Marimba, maybe?
Yeah.
I just think of that like instrumental part, and then it's like I re-listened to the song, and I'm like, oh my god, I forgot Mimi has these crazy rap verses. This is so much better than I remembered. Yeah, this is it. This is in my top 3 Oh My Girl songs.
Ooh, okay, that makes
I
sense.
won't say which number, but
For
it's in my
sure.
top 3.
Yeah, this would be amongst my top 5 for sure, without a doubt. It's a great track. So, all right, very nice. Well, we ironically enough, stopped at nonstop, which we probably shouldn't have. But hey, we're doing it. You know.
It's
We're
so we can just loop this song for the next 2 days.
Yeah, hey, we're trendsetters, you know?
Yeah.
So, very nice. If you are watching this on YouTube, come hang out for part 2. We are doing that on Wednesday, the 24th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So come join us for that. And if you would like, come join us on Discord. That'd be really sick. We get to talk about fun stuff. We get to know all of you better. So come hang out. Come shoot the shit with us. We love that. As well as that, you get a little peer behind the looking glass. You get to know what we're doing, what streams we have coming up next. Maybe we do secret streams, you know. We do it all. So be really
see what Brandon cooks for dinner.
We can see what I cook for dinner, you know, what I'm chefing up. But yeah.
You could see Alex eating his bread.
You can see it.
You get to see that on stream.
Alex did banana allergy monkey make the Wednesday playlist. Gondo asked.
I did not include it.
Oh,
Just it's a subunit, so I was
Oh, damn.
I skipped
You're
over.
not
I mean,
allergy monkey. Oh,
Cheese and
are those
products?
individual songs?
No, it's a
no,
subunit.
banana allergy
Oh.
monkey is the subunit.
Okay.
I also commented the same
Um,
thing.
Yeah.
Well, have
We
fun,
might
Gunky.
put it in. We might put it in if we have time.
Yeah. If not, suggest it on a chaos stream. I'll check it out. That'd be fun.
It would fit the chaos vibe
It would fit the chaos.
quite
Yeah.
quite well.
Also, Gondo, thanks for
Gunky,
the resub.
congrats.
Hey, yeah, have fun.
Ooh, yeah, fun.
Have fun. I'm sure you're gonna bawl your eyes out.
Post your photo cards that you get at the
Yeah.
door.
Let's go. Jay Kell says he's not ready for that side of the group. That's what you underestimate my skill, Jay Kell. No, I'm kidding. I'm probably gonna regret saying that. No, I'm very stoked. I always like doing these. These are fun. It will be
Practice your
life-longer.
singing.
Yeah,
Gunky.
Therese would know.
Yeah, you got to practice your singing. I was really happy that everyone at IU was in tune.
Hey, that's big. That's big moves. So, it is going to be 7:24 at 8 p.m. Eastern time. You fool. So, Wednesday. And then potentially a chaos stream Friday. So, come join for that if you want to recommend me anything from groups that we've covered. So, yeah, be very sick. I was like 7:24. That's a 7:24 the date, 8 p.m. Eastern time the time. There you go. I feel like I
We
should
did
come with an advert or something. So, very nice. Well, thanks for hanging out. We'll see y'all Wednesday, and yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think what else. Is there any other breaking news that we have to talk about, or no?
Jimin's going to be on Jimmy Fallon tonight.
Hey, let's go. I love to see
It'll
that.
be a pre-recorded thing,
damn.
but I might stay up just for. I miss staying up for BTS.
Is that still a show?
Yeah,
That's true. Oh my god.
I did. I chose on and off for a
yeah.
deep dive. I don't know when that will happen.
Soon.
it'll probably just be the next one after Blackpink because that's all we have planned so far. So it'll just
And
go
when
into
is Blackpink?
The beginning
next.
of
Next week?
August, right? Pretty much.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do it the first full week of August.
Yeah.
So I don't know what we're doing next week. Maybe we squeeze it in next week.
We could do that.
Ooh. Hey, that'd be sick. Well, yeah, that's what we had planned, and then I would be really sick if we did a K band group. So I'm feeling the K band.
Yes.
I feel like we got to get into one. We haven't done it in a little bit, so recommend your best K bands. I know Kaylee has done the legwork of recommending most K bands to us at this point. But
I was gonna say, I feel like you've listened to most of them on your streams.
I have listened to not
There are
the
not
title
that
song.
many.
I have listened to most of the bands, but
non-title
songs. Yeah.
Okay.
Gondo asked when we were doing K dramas. I have no idea. Hopefully,
Yeah,
Great
soon.
question.
I'm excited to start whenever you guys want. I don't care. I didn't know if Therese and Alex are gonna be a part of it or it's just gonna be me. I'll watch.
I'm pretty busy up until like September.
Hey, damn. Okay.
I am, for unforeseen circumstances, suddenly very busy.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Alex's life has changed drastically. So, all right. Well, let me know, chat.
you got Brandon.
You got me. So, let me know and suggest some K dramas in the K drama tab of Discord.
You should. Yeah, you should watch Hotel de Luna then, because I recently rewatched it, so I wouldn't want to watch it rewatch it again so soon.
That's fair.
I save it. for special circumstances.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think you should watch that one too. And I think a lot of chat and people on Discord agreed as well.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
It's
a
a
good
very
first
it's a
K-drama.
very good gateway K-drama.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I
Well.
will keep the stream open to see the comments and
I think it'll
the
probably only
gushing
be on
over
Discord.
IU.
It'll probably be only on Discord.
Oh,
if you're watching
that's
it.
good
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. It probably
However,
wouldn't
you
be
figure
streamed.
out how to share your screen,
Yeah.
because I don't know where you can watch it that you can share screen.
We'll figure it out. I'll do my homework.
Yeah.
But very nice. Well, if you catched up with the latest bit of news here, thanks for that. If not, totally fine. We will see y'all on Wednesday. Have a good time zone wherever you're at, and we'll see you next stream. See you later, guys.
Peace.